Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and today is Otterbox Day. We have 4 cases for the iPhone X. Let's check them out. Now, as you know, the iPhone X is susceptible to cracks rather easily, so you want to have the best protection available on the market. Otterbox definitely has a reputation for that. We have 4 of their top cases here for the iPhone X. So let's take a look at each one of these and see which one you like the most. Now, for those of you who are new to the Otterbox line, let me just mention a couple things about their cases. First of all, they have military grade drop certified cases, which means that it's very unlikely that you are going to damage or shatter your iPhone. These cases will survive drops for, let's say if you're putting your phone in your pocket and you're looking at a 3-foot drop, no issues with this. If you are, let's say by mistake, put your phone on top of your car. It's happened to me in an Otterbox case. The phone is slid off the car, no damage. Now, I didn't run over the phone, so let me just be clear about that. But it's survived. These cases are just fantastic. The clear cases in particular, they don't yellow. They are very much scratch resistant, and they look fantastic, especially if you're wanting to showcase the color of your phone. So that being said, let's take a look at the Symmetry Case. And again, this is going to be a clear case, and as you can see here, clear, scratch resistant, transparent, and it also has that military drop protection. Let's look and see what the iPhone X looks like in this case, and we're also going to do a wireless charging test. Now, taking a look at the case, what can there be said about Otterbox? Very rugged case. The material is absolutely fantastic. Has great camera protection. Good cases all the way around. And if you want to be notified of reviews like this, because I get products every day and we're posting videos 2 to 3 times a day, make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button so that you get alerted as soon as a new review becomes available. And also, we've been giving away many of the products that we're reviewing on the channel. So make sure that you're also following the details so that you can win one of these cases. In this case, for the cases that we're reviewing today, which we'll give all away, make sure that you let me know which one you're interested in the comment area. And I'll be announcing it on Twitter. I think that's going to be the best way to do it because it's kind of hard sometimes to get a hold of folks. So on Twitter, make sure that you follow that because I'll announce it there. But on the channel, let me know what your Twitter handle is. That way we can announce it and you could take away one of these cases. Now going back to this specific case, a fantastic case, easy to put on, and one of the things that Otterbox highlights with this one is that it's also easy to remove. Now, clear case, easy to hold on to in your hand. All the buttons are very responsive, and even though you have here that vibration mute button, so where you can set it to vibrate only, it's easy to access. You don't have to dig your nails in too far deep to get that. So it's easy to just get in there and flip it on or off. On the bottom here, you have generous access to the charging area, and you can see your speaker showcases nicely there. And then here you have your power button as well as the button that you use to invoke Siri. Now on the back, you'll also notice that you have your camera, and your camera is well recessed, so you don't have to worry about anything going on there. Now what we want to do is also look at screen protection, and from screen protection you have no worries whatsoever here. Notice how much material is coming above the screen, and this has a glass protector on there, so notice how it goes all the way around on both sides. From a wireless charging perspective, we're going to put it here, and you'll notice that the LED turned on, and it is charging. You can see that little charging symbol at the very top. So no problems with charging either. Now our next case that we're looking at is the Strada. Now the Strada is a really cool case. It still supports that protection that we talked about at the beginning of the video, but in addition to doing that, it is a folio case. Nice protection, and it is going to allow you, it has a magnetic closer, so watch right there. It closes, doesn't open either easily. So this is going to be great for those of you who like keeping an ID, a credit card, something with you, in addition to having your phone. Now, you do have a glass protector, but this is also going to be extra protection. And let me explain why I like these so much. That's because in some cases, if your phone were to fall face down and it were be in an area that there's gravel or rocks, while the sides are going to protect you from impact, this is going to protect the center of your screen from any rocks that may try to penetrate it. I also like this because if you put this in, let's say you're backpack or briefcase, you don't have to worry about anything pressing against the screen or doing any damage. So let's take a look at what the phone looks like inside the case. Now the phone itself looks great. So you can see the cutout for your camera is very deep. You notice that everything here is accessible, wide area for your charging cable, and as we open it up here, you'll notice that everything looks great from also an alignment. If we're looking at the screen protection, again, great screen protection going all the way around, no issues whatsoever there. And then all the buttons are very responsive. Here you have your, again, your selector here for your mute, vibration mode, and then here you have the buttons, and the buttons are responsive. They're not pronounced, so you'll notice that they don't come out, but they look good. Here again, this one is actually standing out. It's much more pronounced than the other one was, and it's also very responsive. So you can see, as I press it, it turns it on or turns it off. Not a problem. I don't see more than one card fitting here. So an ID, a credit card, whatever you're going to put in there would work fine. Now the one thing we want to look at is wireless charging. So let's put it here on the wireless charger. We'll notice that the LED turned on, and then you notice that it says it's charging, and there you see the wireless charging symbol. Now, you can leave it charging with the door closed. You'll notice that it's still charging, and it doesn't impair or stop any of the charging functions. Now, the next case we're looking at from Otterbox, this is the Pursuit. And I believe that this is a newer line, a newer series for them. If you've purchased a Pursuit before, let me know in the comment area below. We'll take a look at this. Features the same protection that we spoke about earlier, but it has a different style to it. Let's go ahead and see what it looks like. Now there are a couple unique features on the Pursuit that I just wanted to highlight. Interesting thing here is that it has an enhanced audio function and has an integrated lanyard. Those are two things I thought are interesting. Also, you notice that it has additional protection for dust, mud, dirt, and snow. Ultimate drop protection, which we would expect, and obviously the thin design. So let's take a look at the features of the specific case. Now inside the box you'll see there's the lanyard, and here's the actual case. You'll notice right here is where you can insert the lanyard, and it's kind of a mix between a standard, I would say, case that is rugged and one that is almost waterproof. And I say almost waterproof obviously because the front there's no screen protector here. And the reason why I say that it has high degree of protection, because notice here in the bottom all the ports are closed. They're covered up, but they're very easy to open. It just comes out just like that. See that? That works out really nice. And then it just closes up. Now, because of the wireless charging feature, if you have a wireless charger in your office or in the car or in your bedroom, this is not needed because you just put it to charge on a wireless charger. Now, in front, this is where the enhanced speakers come in, or the enhanced sound. Notice how even though the bottom is ported closed, the speakers, the sound comes forward. So I actually like that. Because I don't like the sound coming from the bottom, so pushing it forward is going to be nice. And then you can see how all the cutouts work. So let's go ahead and get our phone in this case and see what it looks like. Now this case is a two-part case, and let me just show you something right here. Notice how it has this little notch here. What I had to do in order to open the back, I had to put a coin, or in this case I used this little thing right here, and I placed it right here and I tilted it this way, and it separated the frame from the back. And then that's how it comes apart. Now one thing I wanted to show on the back is that there is a gasket going all the way around here. So the back of the phone and even the camera area, you'll notice that the gasket goes all the way around there. So once this seals from the bottom up, this is protected from anything coming in from the bottom up. Alright, so now let's take a look at the case itself. So the case itself, keep in mind this has a tempered glass screen protector on it. So you'll notice that the tempered glass is well aligned. So it has no problem with this case. Also, what you'll notice is here are the speakers, how it's pointing forward, and you could see, kind of like a grill effect that's there. That's going to move everything up in front. So you're going to have great protection when it comes to your screen. None of the navigation is impaired whatsoever, so that's great. The buttons are responsive, like the power button and the the on and off switch and the volume rocker here. You'll notice here that you have a port or a plug for that switch that you have over here. So if you want to enable or disable the vibration rocker, all you do is you just move this up and down just like that for that to work. On the back, great protection here, solid. You'll notice how this has it's like in a pitched angle. So great protection for your camera, and at the same time it has that angle so that it won't impair with any kind of flashback. The bottom here, if I were to open this up, there's your charging port. It's pretty deep in there, so you can see how far in that goes or how much extra material you get right there in the bottom. And once again, if you want to separate this, you'll have to take this off. And there's that lanyard connection. So now let's go ahead and check and see if this works with the wireless charger. All right, so now we'll go ahead and place it on the wireless charger. We're looking for that little blue LED to turn on. It did, and you can see the lightning bolt charging. Now the last case we're going to look at is the Defender, an existing series, something that we're all really familiar with. And it is one of the best cases, holster cases that you'll find on the market. So let's move this over to the side so we can see. Otterbox has the most durable case holsters that I've ever used. They stand up really well. I have yet to break any of these. They have a good mechanism in the back to create kind of like a stand effect so that you can use your phone facing inward or outward. And this is important so that you can actually use it as a viewing device. So you can put your phone like this facing outwards and then use it to watch Netflix or any kind of videos on YouTube. Now the holster mechanism itself does feature a clasp, so you can see that right there. So what happens is if you are wearing this on your belt and you bend down and your holster moves up, it's always going to catch there. So that's great. We'll move over to the side. This is rugged. It's going to add some bulk, but it's going to add super duper protection to your phone. I haven't damaged a phone ever on an Otterbox. Now the back has this cushion, raised cushion, and again, keep in mind since we have a glass back, this is some great protection so that you make sure that you don't shatter your phone. This area right here is also a little protective, transparent, clear material that is going to show off your Apple logo, but it's not going to give away the that area right there by having it open and unprotected. Now the case itself is a two-part case. You have this rubber shell, which is thick rubber, and then you have this polycarbonate material on the back that's going to hold it in place. And literally what you do as you're putting things together is you just slap in your phone first, and we'll go ahead and do that. And once you've put that in the frame, all you do is you slap on the back, so just like this, and then you just snap in each one of these sides until it locks into place, and then you'll put this rubberized cover all the way around it. All right, so now let's first look at the screen. Look at the amount of protection you have going all the way around. This is great. You'll never damage your phone by dropping it on a surface that has no rocks in there. No way it's going to be impacted. On the bottom, you'll notice that your ports here is covered. Your speakers are accessible. You'd have to tilt this up like this in order to be able to access that area for charging. If we look over here, you have your volume rocker here is raised, and you can press that easily. Your mute rocker here is there, and you can just seal that up as well. The back, I have a cover on mine, so I have the Apple logo covered, but that's where your Apple logo would come through. And as you can see here, the camera has great protection, and it's in an angle, so you're not going to have any backflash. Nothing is going on the top, so we don't have to worry about that. And then once again, each one of these clips on each side is going to support the position in the holster however you'd want it. So let's see if wireless charging will work with such a thick case. So we're going to put it here, and we're looking for that LED to turn on, and it did. And you can see that the lightning bolt also came on. So wireless charging is a thumbs up. So this concludes my review of 4 cases from Otterbox for their iPhone 10. Again, these are going to give you the ultimate protection for your iPhone. If you're interested in these cases, again, leave it in the comment area. Leave me your Twitter handle, and make sure that you're following us on Twitter so that you can get notified. Once again, thanks for watching. Thanks to Otterbox for making these available. And as always, don't forget to share and subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up.